Everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'm excited to be here. Today I'm here with my friend. Her name is Emanuela. What we'll be talking about today is something that I believe is very, very important as we're growing up, as we're starting our families, as we're, as life is lifing. It's important that we start to have these conversations. I'm here with Emanuela, or Ella, she's called. Ella is a licensed life insurance broker, health insurance broker, travel insurance broker, investment, and registered account, and she works across Canada and United States.
And Puerto Rico.
And Puerto Rico. Amazing.
Families have lost very close friends because some relationships do not survive the demand from their social circle. When you are saying, oh, I have a problem, this is life or death. But the friends are like, I have my problem too.
Definitely. I mean, we're all, like I said, we're all managers, managing one thing or another in different areas of our lives.
Well, yeah. So you see why, like, if you don't take care of business, you lose more than even your sanity. You lose your social circle because you are telling someone, okay, I'm going to transfer this problem to you.
It's like making your emergency someone else's emergency.
Yes, you are saying I'm going to transfer this problem because I didn't do what I needed to do
when I should have done.
Every single person that's in close connection with me, once I know that I want you as my friend, like you want to be in my close circle, I say, hey, do you have a life insurance? What insurances do you have in place? Do you understand? Because life is on a going basis. We're moving. Like, I'm taking your kids as my kids. It's not a matter of, oh, I can't help, but the help you need, I would rather inform you, pre-inform you, so you are aware. So no one is saying, oh, you are being mean, no. Because if you transfer your problems, you're taking away from the source that my people need to draw. If we're not aware of it, we're just going to be, we're going to be having shared trauma. Why not we take care of business when we should?
I hear you.
Before it becomes a business, why not take care of it? So many people, like, there's so many, like, we're not, being a Christian is not an excuse to not be knowledgeable.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You need to know the resources God has placed within your circle
and judiciously use those resources.
Exactly. And use them in order to have a very well-balanced life. Some believers have gone earlier than others.
Yeah, true.
Some believers have had families that have moved. I have so many instances even in my own close circle where people have lost the breadwinner and the wife, the kids are all just dazed. They've not just lost someone they love, they've lost someone that meant, like, carried a financial burden. That person was instrumental to their day-to-day existence. So what happens? What happens to that dynamic? What happens? People are not asking those questions. What happened? We can't just leave everything to chance and be like, we believe in God. I believe in God. I believe the most beautiful relationship you will have is with God. But when your time is up on earth and nobody knows, when your destiny, you fulfill that thing that God has put upon your life, and you go at his appointed time, which he does not tell us, what happens to those who you brought into this world? What happens to people who care about?
Yeah.
Because you see the way the world is set up, everyone takes care of their own. Everyone takes care of their own.
And
And
you
if
don't want to be the one that haven't done all, you served everyone, you have lived your life, and
yeah,
now starts to struggle.
the people God has entrusted into you with,
Mm,
like they've given to you, what's the plan? What
mm,
can you talk me through it? And that's what I usually ask people. Just talk me through it. Let me understand. You can just share some things that make me understand, and that, oh, you are aware that you are stewarding
mm,
sources, basically. Because if you step out of yourself, you realize that it's not just
mm.
about you.
Okay.
It's not just about you. The wars, the problems we have today are because people are forgetting it's not just about them.
About them. Okay.
1 in 5, like the statistics even in the West is worse. 1 in 5 most likely will develop some form of cancer. It's not about us at all. Like,
I just need to put, like, even as we confess God's word, we
yeah,
pray,
yes.
this is not a substitute for holding on to the promises of God concerning your health, concerning your life. With long life, God will satisfy me. Yes, but you will be satisfied, like, when you will be satisfied with that long life, like you eat and God, this long life, I'm satisfied. You will still have to bow out one day.
One day,
Yeah,
yes.
so what is the system? And the beautiful thing about that one day is that nobody knows the one day,
Nobody.
right? So
Yeah,
it's important. So I think a question I want to ask, and you may not have the answer to this question, and that's fine.
yeah.
Is there a difference? Because I say we have alluded to or talked about life insurance. We have alluded to health insurance or talked about health insurance. What other forms of insurances can people get onto, apart from the ones that were mandated to pay by government? And then what is, I think the one that I said you may not have the answer to is, what is the difference between these insurances and the will?
Okay. So, I'll start with what type of insurances are very important. If you're a human being, please get life, health, and health insurance. That's like life and health. Like once you have health, you have life. Then when we're not talking about life, is we don't know what's going to happen to the life,
Mm,
but life and health are like the most important. They can come in different variants. Some come in like accidental, some come in like sicknesses, but life and health.
life and health insurance.
Most life insurance plans have health benefits to it too. They have like sub riders. So you have like a comprehensive plan. Some life insurance now have investment angle so that even your premiums are working for you.
For you.
Yes. While you are alive, you can even pull from your life insurance to do businesses.
Oh, I think that's fantastic.
Yes. Yes. So it's a win-win either way.
I think that one is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a win-win either way. So the second question,
Yeah, what is the difference? Yeah.
the difference between life insurance is a tool. A will tells us how to use it. Tells a lawyer how to use it. So in your will, you have like a number of things. You can be properties, real estate. Life insurance is just one of the tools or one of the assets that has been gathered while the person is alive. So we'll say, I am entrusting this to this person. So it's just like a statement of intention from the person who owns the life insurance. Yeah. So most people have the life insurance, then create a will that a lawyer holds in trust and says, at my demise or anything were to happen, I become because some people, they don't die, maybe they become mentally intestate or incapacitated. This is how I want my assets to go on, because the world goes on.
I'm telling
The
you.
world keeps moving.
I'm telling you.
Kids need to be paid. Kids need to be fed. It's a brutal fact, but it's still a fact. The world will continue. So this is a will says, this is how I am going. This is how I want you to appropriate my assets.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what a will does.
So I'm new on this channel. I haven't heard of this before. I live somewhere in Canada, in the US. How do I then get involved with you? How do I contact you? How do I get sign up? So what are the processes? What are the steps? Because I know it works differently in different regions, in different areas. So yeah.
Yeah, so if you're in Canada, you can get to me through my Instagram. I have my Calendly on my bio, your vault _ by Ella. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook. I'm always preaching the gospel on those channels. So please create or just click the link on my bio, my Calendly, and book an appointment so that we can. I need to first of all get a sense of where you are.
And it's a tailored.
Yes, and where you want to.
Yeah. I think what I find with
vault _ by Ella.
Your vault _ by Ella on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. Yeah, yes. Your vault _ Ella. And one thing I find with conversations like this, they're always people specific. So there is no one size fit all. Yeah, so it still is like bespoke, custom made to you, your situation. And the earlier you get on there. So what's the earliest, or at what age would you say is the earliest to get on the insurance train?
Oh, as early as possible. When most parents, when they have children now, they get them on life insurance.
That's another level.
Your future partners to say, since this child has been 1 month, I had a life insurance on this child. At that point, it was $10. If this child has started when they were 30, it will have been $400.
So now, if I get life insurance for my children, like future husband of my child, do you have life insurance?
Yeah, exactly. It's something you discuss. At that point, your child has finished paying, because most insurance plans, you pay for like maybe 20, 25 years, then you're covered for the rest of your life. Yeah, so most people that just go, or if you don't have parents that can pay your insurance, like if your parents couldn't pay your insurance and you become aware of it and you're in your early 20s, it's still affordable, because there's a medical part of it where they have to assess you. Because no insurance, I'm sorry, but they won't take on more problems. They won't intentionally do that.
Yeah, already existing problems.
Exactly, existing problems. But you are in very good health. People don't realize that you are at 20 is different from you at 50. I wish
you are 20 is different from me at 30. My sister, yes. 50 is too long.
I recently turned 30 and I'm like, this knees was happening over here.
I'm telling you.
I'm young. Like I was carrying my 7-month-old and I was like, oh God, just to lift my back. And I'm like, I need to hit the gym.
Yeah.
What are you really doing? You need to be, how old will you be? In another 20 years, you'll be 50. You get like it's going to happen. So I'm very, very happy to prepare for it. I feel so like instead of fighting it, I rather
because it will come eventually.
And then that is one of the beauties of people who age well. They don't have the worries of people who didn't plan. They don't have the worries. They're like, why? These are conversations I had when I was earlier, and I took charge of it.
Interesting.
Simple.
Amazing.
So just as early as possible for moms, dads, your kids, immediately they are born. Immediately. I have people that they didn't even know that their kids had birth defects. They were already insured. 5 years, they started developing some problems. I'm not saying this to say it seemed like a strategy. No parent wants to lose their child.
I mean, the plan is never to have to use them. If you ask me, the plan is not to have a reason.
When that child passed and they had been paying premiums, they opened like a $500,000 coverage on that child. At least they can bury that child comfortably. They can
May we
plan
never
for
have
another
reasons to
child.
bury our children.
They can plan for another child.
Hmm.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Had conversations, I must say, had conversations, but I think it's important that they are had
Yeah.
because these things happen.
Yes.
I just said, oh, maybe never bury our children, but people have buried their children.
Children, and we're not
People's children
better
have
off than
developed
them.
this.
We're not better than them. We're not better than people who have buried their kids. It's just
No,
life. It's just life.
yeah.
Yeah. Most of them they prayed. But God had his own ways of doing things, and you can't question him.
Well, I mean,
You can't.
we don't have all the
You're
answers.
supposed to teach
We
the parents
don't like we
something.
can't say, okay,
Yeah.
God caused it to happen and all
Yeah.
of that. I honestly believe that God is incapable of doing evil to us as his children, but life happens and it's just a part of the process of life. You
Exactly.
know, these things happen. These things happen. There's no immunity from experiencing life. The
Now,
Bible says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him from them all. One of the ways that God delivers us, could be you being on an insurance plan. Could be. God has
yeah.
many ways. Like you haven't, I saw this post a couple of days back. Your mind is not strong enough to comprehend or conceive the numerous ways God can get you out of a situation that you are in,
Exactly.
right? So, but you don't want to leave what you're supposed to do, what God has given you the capacity to do, the knowledge to do, for God to do. Do you get? This is knowledge, this is useful knowledge, this is useful information for you. Um, And the beautiful thing about insurance packages that I know of is they are custom, bespoke to you, your situation, your everything that surrounds you. So what is good for me may not just be good for you because we are in different life situations, age stage and whatnot. But the important message here is that this planning is very important. If you are young, you're about to start a family, or you're not even about to start a family, it's important that we get on this train. God is our protector. God is our everything. But
Yeah.
the same God made this provision for a reason. For a reason. And whilst we're praying, we're confessing the word, let me also add here that it's important that we also be very intentional about our bodies, what we eat, how we eat, because all these things, they're very, very, very little, but they add up. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
they add up. They add up so well. And the older you get, the more you realize, okay, I need to take, if you've not been exercising minimum 3 times a week, you should get moving, go on a walk, go on a run, hit the gym. If your routine allows, you can do the whole YouTube exercise, eat healthy, please. Cut
Yeah.
down on the junk. Please cut down on the junk, cut down on the processed food, go for more
Yeah.
organic type food, pray, read your Bible, do what you're supposed to
Stress
do.
as much as
Yeah,
possible.
yeah. You have to, like I said, we're managers, managing everything concurrently. And I just really pray that as severe as this conversation is, you pick the message that is here for you. You know, there might be somebody here that has been considering, or you're listening and you've been considering, should I get on this? Should I get on this? This is your word to go and get that insurance cover. If you haven't heard of it before, this is your cue to start your research. If you're in US or Canada, this is your cue to contact Vault_Ella. If you are in the UK, there are a couple of ones that I know of, but there you can just research. I'm not here to refer you to anyone or say this is the person that you must use or on any of that. Well, I'm just here to sound that alarm to say you need to do what's right.
Yeah.
You can't, you can't, you have to understand the times and the season, and this is what the times and
Yeah.
the season calls for, right? Um, Abraham left inheritance for his children and his children's children. I'm sure Isaac, yeah, Isaac didn't have to borrow money from anybody to bury Abraham because there was already a system in place for that. Solomon didn't have to do a GoFundMe. These things that we're talking about it now, but there are people that this is their current situation.
Yeah.
This is their current situation. And more, especially if you live in this part of the world where everything is by the books,
Yeah.
right? And you pay like heavily. So we're all going to live long. We're all that is what we desire, and God will grant us the desires of our heart. But preparing for the eventuality and even the ones that we don't even know of, like having an accident, needing an emergency surgery, all those jazz, it's important. It is absolutely important. If you're in the United States, you're in Canada, you're in Puerto Rico, please reach out to Vault underscore Ella.
Yeah, Ella.
I think we should try to put that in the description or somewhere here so that that will be accessible to listeners. And I really hope I'll just wrap up and then ask Ella to give her last words. I really hope that you've taken the message from this conversation. While you are saving, while you are investing, while you're diversifying your income, you also need to tighten the loose ends. You need to ensure that you're well taken care of in the eventuality of, God forbid, whatever happens. All right. So I really want to thank Ella for having this session with us or with me. It's beautiful to see you doing this. When you started, I'm like, oh my God, Ella. And then, over the years, I have watched you. I have referred people to you, so I'm happy to see you thrive and doing what you love to do. So final words to our listeners.
Yes. So these are some of the Bible verses that keep me going because, like I opened with, my people suffer because of understanding, lack of knowledge. So First Timothy 5 verse 8, it says, "But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of their household, he has denied the faith, worse than an unbeliever." So this is, but you are still you are being worse than an Proverbs 13:22, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. Proverbs 21:20, the wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. So we're not saying don't enjoy. We're just saying a lot, a bit, operate a bit, because your energies the time you would have this amount of energy is limited. The time you have this amount of resources open to you as in the marketplace as an economic participant is very limited. So we have even the gospel, Matthew 25, the parable of the talents. When God just gave talents to a lot of people, and some used it to impact others, and some just hid it.
In their way. Mm.
Me, I know how you are. I
A
know how
wicked
much you
man. You should have given
exactly,
me long life and not made me sick at all.
exactly. I'm telling you. So I want to implore with young, especially young people
Yeah.
who are very, very, you are entranced by life. Oh, life is so good to you. Life is sweet. You have that mega appointment, that job, that
Mm,
is it's while you are there, I congratulate you. I am very impressed by how far you've gotten yourself so far. But the truth is, you are there for a reason.
mm,
You are not stewarding, you are not living a purposeful life.
mm,
And part of being a steward is ensuring that the resources you do have are for
mm,
those around you, are
mm.
for those. So
Incredible.
please, I am not the bearer of, of
No, no. This
highlighting.
is a light
I'm
channel.
just,
No, no. I mean, this is
I'm
love,
just here.
right? Yeah, this is
Yes,
love.
yes,
Um,
yes.
like one of one of the ways the Bible describes God as God is love. And if you read the book of First John, you find that out. I was talking about how that he that the Father loves, is it in First John? He that the Father loves, the Father chastises, and all of that. You know,
Yes.
a dimension of love is correction. Dimension of love is um tutelage. That's a dimension of love. Love is not always I'm rubbing you on the head, you
Yes.
know. Sometimes love is stern.
Mhm.
Sometimes when love needs to be stern, love is stern. Love say, nope, you're not going to get that. You love your children, that's why you're not going to allow them to take candies all day, every day, even though that's what they want. You know, you love your children, so you tell them you need to go to bed now. You don't need to do that. That is a form of love. So this is a form of love. So it might seem like a very conversation, but you need to, these are things that are very, very, very important that we need to, start to action. The more important thing from this conversation is not just hearing it. No,
So,
if you hear it and you don't action, you're as good as anybody, the person that did not hear it. Yeah, but hearing it and taking actions for yourself first, get on a health plan. If you're in the UK, get on a health plan. You would get bespoke packages suited to your budget. If you're in Nigeria, there are health management organizations. That's what they're called, right? HMOs. Yeah, yeah, HMOs that you pay premiums to monthly, and then they'll cover treatments and illnesses and all of that. I'm not sure how the life insurance space works in Nigeria. I'm not very sure how that space works, but if you're in the UK, I have a bit of an idea. If you're in Canada, please reach out to Ella. I have an idea, not because I do it. I have an idea because I have read and researched about it. So just let me put it out there. And if you need contacts or people to speak with, I can make some referrals for you. Okay. We've come to the end of this very beautiful conversation, very real conversation about life, really, and things that happen, people's current realities, right? People who their parents just fell ill and they needed to cough out like millions of money, or they just lost a loved one and they're still dealing with that hurt and the grief, and then they still have to, God forbid, on some occasions, foreclose on their homes to be able to afford the funeral. These are real life issues,
yeah, it's not even
fa-
Nollywood.
no, like facts, facts. I can say stories for days on, you know, friends, loved ones, it's important. And the difference between those have covered all of this and those that haven't is always very clear. Somehow, the difference is always very clear because you now find that the people that have covered all of this can truly, will I say, mourn their dead and not, for lack of a better word, I think the word coming to mind is resent.
Yeah, they don't resent exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Why did you die now?
Have a new disposition to life.
Yeah.
Everybody has to feel the pain that I have felt because why did life treat me this way?
Yeah. So
where, maybe the major breadwinner goes and they've had to, revise their standard of living. They are shared to other people's homes so they can survive.
Yeah.
And then telling that person they're not going to have like resentment issues, some form of trauma. It's not possible. Possible. Because their life has moved. They were here. All of a sudden, they are the lower rungs of society, and they don't know what, because at that point, their brains are not fully developed to understand.
Yeah.
They have a new disposition to life. Those people become sometimes they turn carnal. They just have to.
Yeah. I hear you.
So that headache, nah.
It can be avoided in situations that are unavoidable, right? So yeah, we hope that it's my hope that this has blessed you as much as it has blessed me, and I'm glad that we're finally able to get this done. Right. Yeah, thank you very much. See you on the next episode. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Bye.